We are going to discuss a very interesting topic, that is key in DBMS. In case of DBMS, we are having multiple different types of keys are there, like your super key, candidate key, primary key, alternate key, foreign key, partial key, secondary key, surrogate key, unique key, and so on. So in this particular session, we are discussing only the super key, candidate key, primary key, and as well as alternate key. So to discuss this particular session, we will be starting with the super key at first. So super key is nothing but combination of one or more than one attributes with the help of which we can uniquely identify a particular entity from the entity set, and that is known as a super key. So now let us go for one example that will clear our conception better. So let us suppose we are having this particular student schema. I have written this one in the form of schema. I could have written in the form of entities also. So similar entities can form entity set in that case. Please watch our previous videos. We have discussed what is entity set and all. And here we have considered this particular thing as a schema. For your better understanding, you can consider one table. The name of the table is student, and we are having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns are there with the heads like your role, name, sex, age, address, class, and section. So these are the 7 columns are there, and we are having multiple tuples or records in the respective table. For the better understanding, you can consider it as a table. For my discussion, I am taking this one as a schema, so like this one. So what is the schema? We have discussed that one in the other video. Schema is nothing but a logical description of a database. Okay, now let us suppose that is a particular school. The school is having 10 classes, say class 1 to class 10, and 2 sections per class and 50 students per section. So in the morning, in the prayer assembly hall, how many students will get gathered? So if you go on multiplying, 1000 students will gather to do the prayer in the morning. Okay. Now if principal sir announces that roll number 5, how many students will raise their hand? So 20 students will raise their hands. Good. Roll number 5 class 2, how many students will raise their hand? 2 students will raise their hand. Roll number 5 class 2 section A, how many students? Only 1 student will raise his or her hand. So that is okay. So that means for the unique identification of that student or of a student in that particular gathering, I require a combination of class, section, roll number. So class, section, roll number, this combination, class, section, roll number, this combination is called a super key. So what is a super key? Super key is combination of one or more than one attributes with the help of which we can uniquely identify an entity in the entity set. So this is a super key because student is one entity, similar students will form entity sets. So out of those 1000 entity sets of particular type student, to identify any one of them uniquely, I require this combination. So that is the super key. So super key we have discussed. Now let us come to the next topic, that is the candidate key. So now see, if principal sir says that class 5 roll number 2 section A with sex male raise his hand, then also 1 student will raise his hand. So that means class, section, roll number 6 can also identify 1 student uniquely from that gathering. So that is also another super key. So now what is a candidate key? It is been told in this way that if all possible subsets of a super key is not a super key, then that super key is called a candidate key. I think the things are getting too much complicated. So I am giving you a very easy way to understand what is a candidate key. So the candidate key can be defined in this way. There is a minimal super key is called a candidate key. Let us suppose in this particular super key, if you take a subset of attributes, say class, section, roll number, only these 3 attributes out of 4, then that is also a super key. So this particular super key is having the sex as a redundant attribute. So this class, section, roll number 6 is only a super key, is not a candidate key. But here you see, in this particular super key, field combination, attribute combination, that is class section roll number. If you eliminate roll, then class section cannot uniquely identify a student. Similarly, if you eliminate section, class roll cannot identify a student uniquely. If you eliminate class, then section and roll cannot identify a student uniquely. That means class section roll number combination is minimal. So that is the combination whose subset, all possible subsets cannot be a super key. So that is the minimal super key. So this minimal super key will be called as a candidate key. So I can easily write this one in this way, that this is also a candidate key. So we can say that all these attributes taking participation in this particular super key, they are sufficient, but I cannot ensure that they are necessary. So here also this class section roll number, it is a super key. From the super key perspective, attributes taking part in the construction of the super key, they are sufficient, but I cannot ensure that they all of them are essential, because a super key can have some redundant attributes. But if you consider candidate key, so this is a super key, I know. This is also a candidate key because there is a minimal super key. So candidate key ensures that the attributes which have taken into consideration for the construction of the candidate key must be essential as well as sufficient. So sufficient and essential attributes will be there in the construction of the candidate key, and sufficient attributes will be there in the construction of the super key. So this part we have covered. Now let me go for the primary key. Now see, we can consider another combination, that is the name and address, which is a super key, because two brothers are coming from the same house, so their addresses are same but the names are different. Two students may have the same name but they are coming from the different addresses. So for the sake of simplicity, I am just considering that name and address is also a super key, and you cannot eliminate any one of them, because in that case it cannot identify a student uniquely. So this combination is also a candidate key. So in this case, I am getting this candidate key here, and that is also another candidate key. Good. Now what is a primary key? Now the database designer, the database administrator, while designing the database, may consider this combination as a combination for the unique identification of tuple or entity in that entity set, not considering this combination of attributes. So both of them are candidate key. That means all attributes taking participation are sufficient and essential, and both are capable for the unique identification. But during designing, if we consider this one as the unique identification field attribute combination, then this candidate key will become primary key, and this combination will become alternate key. So what is primary key? Implemented candidate key is known as a primary key. Unimplemented candidate key is known as alternate key. So a relation, a table, one entity set can have multiple alternate keys, but will have only one primary key. So in this way, we have defined what is a super key, what is a candidate key, what is a primary key, and also the alternate key. So easily you can say that all primary keys are candidate keys, all candidate keys are super keys, but not vice versa. Thanks for watching this video.